Governor Kathy Hochul is renewing demands for President Biden to help with the migrant crisis.
This crisis originated with the federal government, and it must be resolved through the federal government. It's just let them work and help us out financially.
But some critics are saying she didn't go far enough. Joining us right now is one of them, the Chief of Staff to Mayor Adams, Camille Joseph Varlack. Nice to have you on Good Day New York.
Thanks so much for having me. Good morning.
So why didn't the governor go far enough? What did she need to say?
We have asked the governor to ask the federal government for a declaration. We think an emergency declaration is necessary to free up more money, more resources to come to New York.
The governor has said that she didn't think the city was managing the crisis properly. What response do you have to something like that?
Whenever you're managing a crisis, there are things that could be done differently or better. And we have invited our state partners, our federal partners, as well as community-based organizations to come in. We speak with them pretty frequently to get any ideas that they may have. But the fact of the matter is what we have done is shelter over 104,000 individuals that have come into this city over the course of a year, 60,000 of whom are still in our care. We've opened up over 206 emergency shelters. That number actually doubled in the past 4 months, as well as 15 large-scale humanitarian centers. What we have done in New York City is actually a leadership story for how you handle a crisis across this country. Nobody else is dealing with this on the magnitude that we are. We are a municipality that is carrying a national emergency on our backs.
So New York, as you mentioned, is dealing with it. We all know it. We all feel it. Boston's dealing with it. Chicago's dealing with it as well. Do you feel as if the governor is washing her hands in regards to helping you all? In her speech yesterday, she said she can't force other counties to take in migrants, leaving it solely on New York City.
New York City is full of 8.5 New York State residents. We are all her constituents, and so we will continue to work with the governor's office as we do every single day. We have conversations with her team as we work to navigate this crisis.
But do you feel as if she is washing her hands in regards to assisting you with relocating migrants outside of New York City?
We need to continue to have that conversation. We have, and we will continue to handle this crisis in any way that we can. We are out of space, and we've been saying it for some time. And this is not a New York City crisis. This is a New York State and a national emergency, and we will continue to work with the governor's office to handle it and to make sure that people are sheltered.
So what will it take for the President of the United States to notice? You know, they said they were going to send help. Where is that person that they were sending to look at all the sites and see what was going on here?
We had representatives from the federal government that came and sat down with our team. They spent over a week here, and we remain in touch with them. In addition to that, Director Perez, we spoke with him in Washington. He also came to New York City and met with the mayor directly, and we have heard from him as well. So this continues to be a conversation that we are having with both our federal and state partners. We are extraordinarily grateful for the help that they have given us thus far, but we need more. We need work authorization every single time that the mayor and many of us have had the opportunity to interact with asylum seekers, whether it was down at the border in El Paso or here in New York City. They are resounding in their loudest cry, which is, we want to be able to work. We want to come here. We want to take care of our families. We want to provide for ourselves. And so work authorization is #1 on the list. We need a national and state decompression strategy. We cannot have every asylum seeker that comes into New York City here in New York City. We are a large state. We have 8.5 million people. We also have our traditional unhoused population, and we need to be able to care for everyone in the way that we know is right and appropriate. And we simply cannot continue to do it with the volume. I think we had approximately 3,100 asylum seekers that came into New York City last week. We continue to stand up every day. The efforts that are led by the New York City team are absolutely incredible. But we don't want to get to the point where we see what we saw a few weeks ago, which were asylum seekers who were outside sleeping on the streets because we did not have capacity on those days.
So let me ask you something. There are reports this morning that a lot of school districts are very concerned. There are almost 20,000 migrant children that will, I guess, you're going to absorb into the New York City public school system. And yet you've given so far, the schools are saying there's been no guidance yet from the city on how to handle that? Because you're dealing with kids maybe who don't speak English and maybe also illiterate in Spanish. How are you going to do that?
Yeah, so I think, actually, just to clarify, we already have and have absorbed into New York City public schools upwards of 18,000 children. And we are incredibly grateful to the superintendents, the principals, the teachers, the families, the communities that have absorbed these children, have given them supplies and clothing, and have welcomed them into their arms. So there is Operation Open Arms is a program at the Department of Education. They are fully informed. They are already looking at where the children are living in New York City, and they will work directly with all the districts to make sure that these children are welcomed and are provided with an education.
So, Camille, what's next at this point?
We continue to advocate. We will continue to manage the crisis on a day-to-day basis. Again, we are grateful to Governor Hochul for raising her voice and joining with us and asking for these things with the federal government. And we'll continue to work with our state and federal partners to advocate for the things that we need so that we can move past this crisis, so that we can absorb our new New Yorkers and help make them productive members of society, and we can keep focused on the day-to-day work that we need to do for New Yorkers.
All right, what about if you just say, okay, we didn't hear from the president for just about a year. We're going to do what we want to do. Basically say, you can go to work right now. That would, help part of the problem. And we're not going to adhere to right to shelter.
So we have already
at what point is the breaking point?
We are past the breaking point, and that's what we've been saying. That's why we had individuals sleeping on the street. New York City is at capacity. We cannot continue to care for everyone that comes here the way that we have been. And so we have said this to the state. We have said this to the federal government. Again, appreciate what they have done for us. We continue to ask for more. We continue to demand more.
Okay, Chief of Staff to Mayor Adams, Camille Joseph Varlack, thank you so much for being on Good Day.
Thank you for having us.
All right.